Hey everyone, Shell here. I did a remote show and tell with Shell in Westbury, New York at the 40th anniversary Asbury Short Film Concert, presented by Westbury Arts. It's where it all began 40 years ago. Coming up, I will be talking with the director of Asbury Shorts USA, special guest hosts, and share a whole lot more with you, so stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. Here with me now is the Asbury Shorts USA director, Doug Leclaire.
Michelle.
Congratulations, Doug, on the
thank you.
40th anniversary Shorts USA. 40 years and still going strong.
Yep, founded in this very town of Westbury, about 8 blocks away on Asbury Avenue. And every year, the wonderful folks here at Westbury Arts, who you're also going to talk to tonight, bring us to this piazza, which when I was growing up here, it was a Shell gas station.
Wow.
But I was just saying to Aaron, I just said, somebody just said, what are you most proud of the 40 years? And I said, well, our birth on Long Island was great. But the fact that Asbury Shorts is now New York City's longest running non-competitive short film exhibition, that really is something I'm super proud of. We've traveled just about everywhere now across the United States with the show. In 2019, BP, which is before pandemic, we did 25 shows nationwide. And last year, of course, we were derailed. But here we are outdoors with going to be a great crowd, I think. It's a beautiful night. And you guys are here, which is really cool.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. Appreciate it. So I was going to ask you, how does it feel to be back here in Westbury celebrating your 40th anniversary?
I think it's great because this town, I don't know if you know this, but Money Magazine and the New York Times named Westbury. Now, I've lived in Brooklyn now for 37 years, but they've named Westbury over the last 2 years in their magazine and newspaper as one of the top places for millennials to come and live. And the mayor, Peter Cavallaro, who you'll meet later, and his team, the trustees and the staff of the village, they've done a tremendous job in Westbury, downtown Westbury, improving everything from infrastructure, if you want to call it that, to the main drag post job. And right down here we have the Space, which we knew was a movie theater when I was growing up, and now big name acts perform there. It's closed, I think, right now, but you've had Snoop Dogg there, you had Stevie Winwood in our old movie theater on Post Avenue.
That is amazing.
The Space. So yeah, I think we're proud of the fact that we started here. We did the show on Long Island for 6 years, and then we moved to Manhattan because we were all in the film biz at that point. So yeah.
That's fabulous.
And that's how I met
really
you,
is.
which is great.
Oh, yes. I even produced a couple of your shows, remember?
Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
You did a great job, absolutely.
Thank you. So there's an exciting evening in store for your attendees tonight. What do we have to look forward to, especially for your 40th anniversary?
Right. It's important to know that I was 4 when it started, of course.
Oh, wow.
But,
early head start there, Doug.
Yeah. What this is all about tonight is celebrating the 40 years. So you're going to see a program of audience favorites from past years, Hall of Famers, as we call them, major global award-winning short films, mixed with 5 new ones that we've never shown in Westbury before. So I'm excited about that. So it's a mix of old and new, fast-paced. The show opens with live music performance. There's going to be some special guest presenters from our early days. Very exciting night. And you can breathe a lot easier when you see the weather report Sunday night last that it looks like Friday is going to be good. Because we would have had to do it tomorrow if it rained. Right. And of course, tomorrow we're all going to pay our respects for September 11th. So I'm happy we're doing it tonight.
Me too.
Yeah. I know, because you wouldn't be here.
Exactly. So I'm glad it was tonight.
So happy you're here.
I'm so glad you invited me. I'm so honored that you invited me and my show and Tell With Chelle, to be here for your 40th anniversary, right here,
Folks,
where it all began in Westbury.
This is a really tremendous show. Michelle does a really cool job with her guests and interviewing them. It's one-on-one. It's very personal. It's very casual. The questions are terrific. And so far, from what I've seen, the folks get into it and they really respond with cool, honest answers. So congrats on that. That's really cool.
Doug, thank you. And a big congratulations to you and your crew. your cast, everybody.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Wonderful, Doug. I'm looking forward to this evening. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Michelle.
I'm here now with director photographer Ray Perozzi. Ray, tell us about how you got started with this whole Asbury Shorts USA, and also tell me how you met Doug and how did this all come together. I heard this is like over 40 years ago.
Over 40 years ago, Doug and I were classmates at the New York Institute of Technology. And so as we came to the end of our 4 years there, studying cinematography and filmmaking and television, the instructor at the time thought it would be a good idea to have a collection of student films just to show at the end of the year. And so we did that. And Doug, and I guess a couple of other members of the class, Mike Sanchez, who is also a founding member of the Asbury Shorts, thought, it'd be a good idea why don't we just continue the tradition? And so I think like in 1980, we had the first Asbury Shorts. At that time, we didn't know it was a film festival or a short film thing, but it never was a film festival. There was never any awards, never any filmmaker speeches, and it was always an entertaining short films. And so at that time, we just showed our student films. But the next year, hey, let's do it again. And then the next year, hey, let's do it again. Of course, obviously, we ran out of student films. We had to go find films. And in those days, it was 16 millimeter films, which were a lot more cumbersome to screen and receive and get and send back. So, but, it just grew from there.
Now, a little bit about your career. You're a director of photographer. You've been in the business for many, many years. Would you mind talking to us about that just a little bit?
Okay. Well, I just like starting to work on bigger union type productions. And then at some point, I always knew I wanted to make the transition to director of photography, which I did, I guess, in the 80s.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Now, how does it feel to be being here for the big 40th anniversary? That's 40 years.
It's 40 years, yeah.
You've come a long way.
It's yes, it's really, this thought never crosses your mind 40 years ago, but here we are. And, I hate to sound like a cliche, but it goes fast.
It does.
Yeah, so it's Doug really, the last 20, 30 years of the Asbury Show really took on this show by himself. And so occasionally our founding members do help him out from time to time, show to show, that type of thing. But really the driving force and what keeps this whole thing going is Doug Leclaire. I mean, if it wasn't for him, this 40 years would never happen. So he's really the force behind Asbury Shorts.
Oh, absolutely. But there's you and other crew members that also stuck around for the 40 years, and you're a big part of this. You really are.
Well, I suppose we are. We certainly did help out, but again, Doug really is the center of which we all, orbit around.
I know. Well, thank you, Ray. It was so nice to meet you. And really nice to be able to interview you. I appreciate you getting interviewed with me.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Pleasure.
you.
I'd like to welcome Julie Lyons, president of Westbury Arts. She has been with Westbury Arts since its inception. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell me about Westbury Arts and what is it about and what exactly do you do?
Westbury Arts is a 501c3 nonprofit arts council whose mission is to develop arts and cultural programs that connect, educate, and inspire our community. Our vision is a community where arts and culture are valued and instill a sense of belonging and pride. And our motto is, together, we create Westbury.
I love it. That's wonderful. When and how did Westbury Arts come together and get involved with the Asbury Shorts USA?
Well, Westbury Arts was formed by Peter Cavallaro, the mayor of Westbury, way back in 2013. And at that point, we had already had Asbury Shorts here in Westbury for 2 years prior to that. So once Westbury Arts started, we kind of adopted the Asbury Shorts and made it part of our regular summer concert series. So we usually have a series of concerts in the summer, and then the last thing that we do is the Asbury Shorts film concert. So it's part of our regular summer concert series, and it's beloved by the community. Everybody comes out for this.
It's wonderful. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous location. Look around, it's all the beauty.
Yeah.
How you managed, and the town managed to make this area, the piazza, right here. I mean, it's perfect.
It is perfect, and we're really, Westbury Arts is so grateful for all of the support that we get from the Village of Westbury, from the Mayor of Westbury, from the Department of Public Works. Like, they come out, they put up all the chairs for us, they make sure that the piazza's clean, they make sure that it's all nicely landscaped. So they do like such a good job of making this such a welcoming space for us.
That's wonderful. I think that's fabulous. Now, where can folks find out about and get information and your events and everything where can they find out about all this information if they wanted to get information?
The easiest place is to go right to our website, which is westburyarts.org. But you can also find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter and YouTube. So we're on all the social media channels. But visit our website, westburyarts.org. That's where all our events will be. That's also where you can find out about making a donation or becoming a member of Westbury Arts, because we are a member organization. So we offer memberships, and we're happy to have people.
And that's wonderful. If you can make a donation, please do, because it's a very great organization. Julie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. It's wonderful to have you, and so nice to meet you.
Thank you. So nice to meet you too.
Philip Marshall, an Emmy Award-winning producer-director. Philip.
Yes.
How long have you been in business for, and what have you been doing?
Well, I went to New York Tech with Doug and Ray and a whole bunch of other guys, and this show here in Westbury was something we started in college, and 40 years ago. So.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
So you've been coming to all the shows here in Westbury?
No, not really. I've been in Maryland and Los Angeles. I've been all over the place. So I just moved back to Long Island just before the pandemic, actually. So.
And what have you been doing in the industry?
I work, basically mostly public television, documentaries, music shows,
Fabulous.
All sorts of things like that. Yeah.
And you have some Emmys to prove that, right?
Yeah, I have a few Emmys.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So how do you feel being here for their 40th anniversary?
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm seeing a guy I went to school with. I haven't seen him in 40 years.
So it's almost like a reunion?
Yeah, kind of. That's what this, Doug, that's his thing, is to have parties with everybody, getting them together all the years. And over the years, we've occasionally got together.
Doug and I go way back.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I produced 2 of his Asbury Short shows out east a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
And then I worked with him a couple of times as a production assistant while he was doing line producing.
Oh,
New
that's
York
interesting.
City.
Sure.
Yeah, so we go back a little bit.
That's great. That's great. You'd work in a commercial world with him? I know he was a commercial.
I worked on 1 or 2 commercials with him as a production assistant.
Yeah.
So you've been in the business a long time?
30 or 40 years. Yeah, 40 years, I guess. Yeah,
that's a long
40
time.
Years. Yeah. Still counting.
How do you like it?
Well, the business has changed dramatically.
It has. Especially with COVID, right?
Well, especially with COVID. But I mean, just the technology and the way things were done. When we went to school, it was already out of date, what they were teaching us, and we knew it, But I did work in the film industry proper for a while. There was educational films, and we used to do children's books to films. Made one in Westbury here, actually.
Wonderful.
Yeah, a while ago, based on a Charlotte Zolotoff book. That was a long time ago, but yeah. And some of those were award-winning, but the whole thing went gone. The industry changed, and I went into PBS, and that's changed dramatically too.
Is there a place we could see that film of yours?
Well, they're still selling it, but that one, no, I don't think so. That was a long time ago. They were library films, like 16 millimeter. You'd buy it, rent it in a library and watch it, because in those days, there wasn't internet, there wasn't any, it was all
It makes you feel really old, doesn't it?
And not really. I've kept up with it all. It's like the technology to me is second nature. So and I do stuff now that if I had these toys as a kid, I'd be king of the world by now. It's like, this is unbelievable what these little tiny things are doing. You use a GoPro here, which is like amazing. The latest one too, I see.
Silver 9.
Yeah,
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, just astounding.
Philip, it was so nice meeting you. And
Pleasure
thank
meeting
so
you.
much for allowing me to have an interview.
Anytime.
I
Wish
so
you luck.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Here with me now is Village of Westbury's Mayor Peter Cavallaro. Hi, Peter.
How you doing?
You?
Great.
How's everything?
Terrific. Great night.
Oh, it's a beautiful night. So you're a lifelong resident
Yep.
of the Village of Westbury.
Yep.
You grew up here,
Yep. 60 years.
and now you're mayor.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
What I always tell people is a very unique experience being the mayor in the community where you grew up. It's both a tremendous honor, but also a tremendous sense of responsibility to kind of be the mayor where you came up, and you want to make sure you administer it in the way you want it, and you want to preserve certain things, but you also want to move it forward. So it's really a unique position. I love it.
Absolutely, and that's so nice that you love it. Not too many do, but you do.
It's my hometown, and so I take a proprietary interest in everything, and I always also say I don't trust the other guy to do it, so if I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. It's a part-time position. I don't earn my living off of it, but I do it because it's community service mostly.
But you know what they say, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself.
I agree with that, especially as it relates to being mayor.
Oh, that
Sorry.
is annoying. But, okay, we'll pardon that. So how do you feel? Do you feel that you've been accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish so far?
I've been involved in village government for about 35 years. I've been mayor for 13, and then I was on the planning board before that, and on the board of trustees before that. I mean, if you look around downtown, even out in front of the piazza here, you see that there's work going on. We have a streetscape project that's going on. We have this event, which started in my second year as mayor. And we have the Arts Council, which sponsors this event, which I formed when I became mayor.
Wonderful.
So just those couple of examples, I think, indicate some of what the priorities of my board are and some of the accomplishments that we've achieved. But that's also what's special about being the mayor in a community. You kind of get to set the agenda and pursue the things that you think are important for the community.
You've done a lot for the community, and this is beautiful. This
Thank
piazza
you.
is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for bringing the Westbury show here. We love
It's
it.
great. I love it. To me, it's like the unofficial end of summer in Westbury. We have our street fair in a couple of weeks. That's sort of the unofficial opening of the fall season. But
Fabulous.
Doug has made this sort of the end of our summer season, so it's great.
I was just going to ask you, how does it feel having the Asbury Shorts back here, but especially for their 40th anniversary?
Yeah, it's very special. It's the 40th anniversary. It's also the 10th anniversary here. And I don't know if you know the history of it, but Doug formed his company, Asbury Shorts, because he grew up on Asbury Avenue, which is just about a quarter of a mile north of here. So he grew up here. He started this endeavor here, and he brought it back here 10 years ago. So it's really special that we're able to host it. And as I said, it's kind of become like a hallmark of our community.
I think it's wonderful that you're hosting it. Thank you so much.
Thank
you. It was such a wonderful pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, very nice to meet you.
And thank you for the interview.
No,
I
no problem. Hope I
appreciate
did okay.
You did wonderful. And now I'm going to watch some short films.
And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed my show today at the 40th anniversary Asbury Short Film Concert. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you real soon.